All right. First of all, if you're expecting or if you want something positive, something um, upbeat, about the sport, if you want nothing but great news and excitement about the upcoming fights, and if you're not going to understand what I'm not excited about, I am not forcing you to listen to this video. I'm not like you have so many options on YouTube. I'm just letting you know that up front. There's many options if you're looking for someone that's going to that is genuinely excited about the sport. You're going to find that person. More power to the people that are excited about the sport. More power to you. And in fact, I am not necessarily jealous, but I'm envious of those that are excited about the sport overall right now. There's still some fighters that I'm following, that I'm excited about. But overall, as a sport, which is a word being used very loosely right now by me, I am not excited about the sport. If I came on here and I told you, man, I'm so excited about boxing. Oh, man, I can't wait for that Berto versus Sean Porter fight. Oh, man, can't wait for that fight. If I told you that, I would be a fucking liar. On Saturday night, I'm not going to sit down and watch boxing. That shit's going to DVR. And, that's not me trying to be an asshole, and it's probably coming off that way, but that's just the reality. That's how I feel. I keep getting messages, hey, man, why don't you talk boxing? Hey, man, what about these upcoming fights? Come on, man, why don't you talk about these fights, man? Why don't you talk about, the fights last weekend, man? We want to know what you think, man. First of all, I appreciate that. And it's not that I'm ignoring you guys, it's just I see the messages, okay? I feel that vibe there, but I'm not interested. I told myself, and actually you guys, I said this last year. I said, I'm not going to come on here and talk boxing unless I want to talk boxing. Like, I'm not going to force myself to do it. I'm not going to come on here, put on an act, and get the pom-poms out and act like I'm excited about it, because I'm not. You know what my opinion about Berto versus Sean Porter is? I don't care. That's my opinion, right? You don't have to agree with it. I'm not excited for it. And it's not those guys' fault. It's not. It's not something Sean Porter did. It's not something Berto did, right? I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired of the sport. Okay, that's what it is. It's year after year after year of just constant disappointment. And that's what it is. That's just what it is. Of just repeating the same shit over and over again. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of the sport. And there was times where I was just unhappy, and I would come on here and I would talk about certain fights, and I wasn't feeling it. I'm not feeling the sport. It's got to be organic, man. I got to be excited about it because I am, right? It's not I think, therefore I am. Shit doesn't work that way. I don't care what philosopher said that, okay? There's no I think, therefore I am. I am what I am, all right? And I'm just not feeling it. I'm not excited about it. I'm just not. Maybe it's work, man. Maybe it's just shit going on in my life. Nothing bad, but just life. Maybe I got better shit to do on Saturday night. I'm just being honest, right? And I don't. And it's not even the crazy thing. It's not even like something like I'm not like doing crazy shit. I'm just saying, if I could go to a cookout with my brother and I'm not going to be the guy that shows up and everybody's having a good time. And oh, by the way, there's a boxing match tonight that none of them even cared about in the first place. I'm just not going to be that guy. I'm not. I'm done being that guy. Right? Those days are over. Okay, I may look. It's going to be like a long, long journey for me to feel passion for the sport again, like I used to. It's not going to happen with one fight. It's not even going to happen with a good couple of fights. But I keep hearing people tell me, well, you just got to get into it, man. You got to follow it, man. You don't understand. There's some big fights, man. If you only keep up with it, man. Well, why should I, all right, keep up with a sport like that? Why do I have to become Inspector Gadget to follow a sport? Why? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of the sport. Just keeping it real. You're just coming out here and you're just complaining, man. Look, I'm just telling you why I'm not doing boxing videos. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm responding to what I know a lot of you are thinking and to what I've been asked directly. Okay? I'm not feeling it. Right? I'm just not. It's. I think where the sport is, man, it's sad. It's sad to see where this not only the sport is, but where the fan base is. It's a sad sight. Okay, it's unbelievable how sad of a point we've reached. There's no real dialogue anymore on YouTube. There just isn't. There are small factions and cliques on here, all right, that discuss boxing amongst themselves, but there is no real discussion about boxing overall. That's just my opinion, and that's me being brutally honest. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with people getting together and talking boxing. I'm just saying I'm not feeling the vibe. That's all I'm saying. Yes, once in a while there'll be a fight that I do get excited for, right? But they're just all they are an adrenaline rush. That's all they are. When the fight's over, and then I always see the aftermath of it, and I'm just reminded why I just don't feel the enthusiasm for the sport anymore. It's when the sport reaches some type of milestone, when I see how the fan base reacts, I'm telling you right now, you may think it's fun for me to come on here and mock certain people, and it is, to a certain degree, but that's not what I want to do. Okay, I don't want to clown people all day on YouTube, right? I don't want to make fun of some of these fanboys all fucking day, right? I don't want to, lecture people. Okay, I don't want to dumb down the boxing discussion for just so that people can understand. That's nothing I ever had to do, and I just found myself doing that, and I'm tired of it. I'm just being honest, and this could very well be a phase. I could get over it in a week, in a month. I may never get over it. I have no fucking idea. All I know is this: I'm not coming on here, all right, turn on this tablet and talking boxing unless I feel like doing it. That's it. Because if I don't feel like doing it, then I'm doing this disservice to myself, and I'm doing a disservice to people that listen to my channel and want to know what I think. That's what I'm doing. Man, there's some fights coming up. Why aren't you excited? Look, I'm going to catch the fights at some point, right? I'm going to watch them. But I'm not feeling it, man. I ain't feeling the shit. I'm just not. All right, to be honest with you, for the first time in a very long time, and I mean this, all right? For the first time in a very long time, I've been watching post-fight videos about fights that I haven't seen yet. and then I'll catch the fight. Where there was a time where I remember staying away from social media, right? I wouldn't read text if I hadn't watched the fight yet. Make sure I watch that fight first. I don't want it spoiled. Now, like, I don't care, right? I was out of town, right, for the Gennady Golovkin versus Danny Jacobs fight. Two things. One, I thought the fight was the next week. That's number one. So obviously, I was way out of the loop. Okay. And the funny part is that was actually a good fight, right? There's nothing. See, this is the thing. There's nothing wrong with that fight. That was a very good fight. I'm not excited about the sport, man. It slipped my mind. I was watching like updates on Twitter about the fight, right, and on Facebook and shit. That's it. Like that's the vibe I got about the fight. And then I went on YouTube and I listened to all the post-fight analysis that were on YouTube. And shout out to everybody that does YouTube videos, by the way. That's really all that's keeping me updated with boxing, to be honest, right? And then I caught the fight like 2-3 days later, or whatever it was. And then I finally came on here and gave my thoughts about the fight, And I'm telling you right now, man, that's the first time in a long time, if not ever, that's been me with boxing. If that was first of all, if that was me when I was excited about the sport, I would have known that when that fight was, okay, and I would have streamed the fight. I would have found a way to stream the fight on my phone to watch it. I didn't even bother doing that. So I think, and that was one of the biggest fights I feel, one of the right fights to make. But I just feel like, I don't know. I can't put it into words. I just can't. Right? I just can't put it into words. The sport is losing me. All right? It really is. Like little by little, it's my interest in it is just fading away. Okay? It's like me and boxing didn't have like this one big breakup. We just kind of started drifting away on our own. Okay? This is kind of what's happened here. We're just so far apart now. And I just don't care. Like, honestly, I can't wait for football season. I just can't. And I never felt like that. Before I didn't, like, it was all about boxing to me. And today, to be honest, it's not. Right? I'm not saying I don't watch it. Okay? I'm not saying I'm not excited for certain fighters. But overall, as a sport, I'm just not that excited about it. Okay? I'm just being honest. I want to be excited for it. I do. But I can't but I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to play pretend and act like I'm excited when I'm not. Okay? I'm not going to come on here, "Oh man, whoa man, I'm so excited for this fight, man. Let's do this." Like that's not me. Okay? I mean, there's people that do that, okay, but I'm just not feeling it. And that's that. I mean, I know what people speculate different things. Oh, it's because what? Because what? Is it that hard to believe that I'm just sick and tired of the sport? All right. Is it that hard to believe? It isn't because one of my favorite fighters lost. I can tell you that right now. Right? Okay, but it's just because that I don't care about. I just don't. But that's me, man. So like I said at the beginning of this video, if you're expecting this positive vibe thing, I listen to more boxing content on on YouTube. I do. I listen to more boxing content on here than I watch. And that's never been the case. Okay. In the year 2017, I kid you fucking not, I doubt I've watched more than a dozen boxing fights. I doubt it. If I reached a dozen, I barely reached it. That's 12 for those that don't know. Okay. And that's more than the average person. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. But we are midway through April. I used to watch a dozen fights easy in a week. Okay. I mean, I just don't watch it like that anymore. It just happened. There's no one reason, right? And I'm gonna talk boxing when I feel like talking boxing. How about that? How about that? Right. Um, a fight I'm looking forward to is Joshua versus Klitschko, but I don't even feel like coming on here to talk about it. I'm just being honest. I'm gonna force myself to do it, but that's one fight I'll do it for. But I don't know what you guys want me to tell you, man. I just don't. Okay. There's going to be guys that are going to tell me, "Oh, come on, you got to watch this. Come on, you got to watch this one, bro." I mean, if you go to YouTube and Google, this fight that happened in Japan, I'm telling you, man, those are just adrenaline rushes, man. That's all that is. Little patches on the way. Okay, that's what it is. You know, like I'm being brutally honest right now, right? If tomorrow the sport of boxing died, I'd be okay. I would. I would say rest in peace. Like I really would. So that sounds brutal, and that's something I've never said before. And with that said, I don't think the sport's gonna die. Okay, I don't. But um, I'm just saying, like I'd be like, well, whatever. Like it was a hell of a run boxing. That's what I would say, and then that's it. I would move on, right? And as I said that, people dropped off. It is what it is. I'm just saying, right? And don't confuse that with I want it to die. I'm just saying if it were to die, I would be okay with it, right? I really would. Um, and that's a sad thing to say, in all honesty, right? It's not gonna die though. Don't worry about it. But boxing's like fucking cockroaches, man. Like, nothing kills. Okay, it just keeps coming. It keeps coming. All right, it keeps coming for more. But yeah. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Peace.